So yeah, I didn't get to talk about this yesterday because, twitchy in the camera and all that jazz coming back, whatever. So cool things that I did while I was on my break. I had an actual spring break with the Soap and Clay Kidlets because it was their break from school. And so it was beautiful weather and we got to do all kinds of cool stuff like get out the slip and slide and put the little sprinklers around the trampoline, and we had cookouts and backyard sleepovers. It was great. It was so cool. Got to hang out with my family because, we're all vaccinated and doing the things. So that was awesome too. And what else? Oh yeah, work. Lots and lots and lots of work. Soap work, for sure. I got to catch up on all of my wholesale orders and all of the other things that I'm just constantly behind on. But also work at the house because we are doing a huge addition. And so I got to move hundreds or thousands or bajillions of pounds of dirt and gravel, by hand. That happened. And also moving trees and work. Got heat stroke one day. That was crazy. That was weird. Yeah. So that's what I did. I still worked, but I enjoyed every minute of it because, I got to take one thing off my plate and sort of do things that I guess more people can be a part of, because not a lot of people can just be a part of, this thing here, even though the kidlets do like coming in to help me edit. And so that's fun and been really, really helpful because we are actually doing new software for the video editing this year, and I'm an idiot when it comes to that sort of thing. So they're helping me out with that, and I super appreciate it. So yeah, that was my break. What did you guys do while I was breaking? Find any cool hobbies, make some cool soap? Tell me about it, like in the comments. Do that thing. And today we are doing, a new thing for day 2, and I'm going to tell you all about it in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for day 2 of year 2 of 365 days of soap. Now, as I said yesterday, we are restructuring the channel this year, and so 3 times a week we're going to do a recipe day, a so you want to be a soap maker day, and so you want to build a business day. And the other 4 days are going to be for our pet projects, our themes, those sorts of things. And so today we are rolling out the May/June bath bomb lines, which is awesome because I love bath bombs, and I mean, everybody loves bath bombs, right? And I super love getting to watch the Soapprentice make the bath bombs because I don't really make them a whole lot anymore. But in the video, I'm not going to talk too terribly much about the names of the bombs as well as the scents that went into them, because it would give away some themes that we'll be working on for the next month, and you're going to love them. One for sure you're going to love. The other one is like my pet project, and I think it might be a cult following that maybe nobody in the world really latched onto. So I don't know, we're gonna find out. But if I tell you the names of the bombs and do the things, it's gonna give that away. And so I don't wanna do that. But we are in this video, instead of talking about names and scents, going to talk about a bath bomb recipe that's in there. So listen. As well as the tips and tricks from a professional bath bomb maker to, somebody who's starting out. And when I say, pro tips, they are pro tips. When other bath bomb makers hear me say these things or have taken a class from me or what, they get mad. They're like, don't tell the secrets. No, I'm telling the secrets because I can. And if I can, I do. So yeah, let's go to the video, and I'm going to tell all the secrets that I can and do, now. Okay, it is time for the May bath bombs, or just like the new bath bombs, really, in general, because we are doing a different, well, we're starting out, kind of into May right now, so yes. Now, I can't, unfortunately, I can't tell you a super lot about all of the bath bombs that we have for this month. We have 12 brand new ones. And if I tell you too terribly much about them, it's going to give away all of the themes that we are doing in the next month, and that would not be fun. So if you really want to know or buy them, they're all on the website at soapandclay.com. So, go check them out and see if you can guess the themes of the soaps that we're going to be doing in the next month based on the names and the scents and all the jazz. So I thought instead of doing the actual, like, really talking about the 12 different bombs and the scents and all of those things, we could just give you a refresher on some bath bomb basics today, and we're gonna do that. Now, you're gonna have to, I hope you guys bear with me for the next, few days-ish or whatever. I'm working with brand new editing software, and there's so many different things that I can do with all of this, and I'm still trying to figure out where exactly to record, what the best mic is, what sort of cool things we can do. Right now I'm actually playing with all of this, trying to figure out, because there's like a captioning thing that says you can also record dictation, and I'm trying to figure out, like, literally right now as we're watching the Soapprentice make this bath bomb, whether or not I can do it at the same time as the voiceover, because I think that would mean that my captions were done that way, right? I don't know. Working with new software. So yes, that's the point of all of that. Anyway, bath bomb basics. My best, most standard recipe that has never failed me is 2 cups baking soda, 1 cup citric acid, 1/2 cup cornstarch, 1 tablespoon oil, 1 tablespoon water, and 1 tablespoon of scent, along with your micas and all of that jazz. Now, I live in a very humid environment, but my shop is not air conditioned, but it's a big brick building, so it isn't as humid within the shop. And so for that reason, I have never had any problems with this recipe. But if you live in a more humid environment, you might want to reduce the amount of water that you put into this recipe. Okay, now, so for some good pro tips for bath bombs. First things first, always put your citric acid in absolutely last. That is the best pro tip that I can give you, and other bath bomb makers hate it when I tell you that. Now, the reason for that is that once the citric acid goes in, the activation between the baking soda and the citric acid, with that little teeny tiny bit of water that's in there, it starts happening. And so that's like the activator, the citric acid. And so as a result, if you are, taking your sweet time, really dialing in your colors, whatever, but your citric acid is already in the batch, by the time you have your colors dialed in and everything mixed in, your bath bomb powder is going to be very dry, and it's going to be difficult to work with. And so that's the best pro tip that I can give you ever. Second pro tip is how you actually fill your mold. I do not press down as I'm filling the sides of my bath bomb molds. I do not press down until there's a big mound on top of each of them, and then you press it down, and then you put another mound in the middle to act as the glue, to then squish it all together. And then I bang the crap out of them on the counter over and over and over again, and then you do your thing and you unmold. And that's created perfect bath bombs for us for, like, I don't know, we haven't had failed bath bombs in a long time. Now, I actually get asked a lot what kind of molds I use for bath bombs. They are plastic ornaments, actually, and these particular ones are the 70 millimeter in size. I don't know where to tell you to get them anymore. I used to get mine in big bulk from Dairies because I teach classes, and so they break pretty often. And I also have the bath bomb kits, so I always need a lot of them. And Dairies was actually bought out by Michaels, and Michaels is not stocking them. So I am reaching the end of my supply and do not actually know where to get them from now on. So sorry about that, but you know, do a Google search, 70mm plastic ornaments, and you might get that. And the cool thing is sometimes they break, and then you can use the bottom piece on the bottom of your bath bombs so you don't get a flat bottom as they're drying. And I do let my bath bombs dry overnight before we package them or dip them or do anything, you know, like this with that. And they always form completely rock hard. They never break in the middle. This is a really, really good recipe. You should definitely try it. Check it out. Let me know what you think of it. And yeah, go check out the website and see if you can figure out what the theme is for all the soaps that we're doing this month. And that is day 2.2, right? Yeah. And there they are, some very cool bath bombs for the spring/summer line, probably just for the next month or so. We get kind of bored with bath bombs and want to switch them up all of the time. All of the scents that are in them, I will tell you that much, they are all from Sierra Candle, and they are the company that we will be testing for the next month or so with their scents. And so that's very exciting. We're doing another blind test like we did with Lone Star. And who else did we do? Who else did we do? You know, all of those things. Nurture, we actually liked Nurture quite a bit. We did not like Lone Star, and I forget who else we did. Somebody's going to remember. My brain is focused on year 2 content and am forgetting everything that I did in the last year. So, cool. Yes, Sierra Candles. We will be testing out their scents in our soaps, and so also we have the corresponding balms to go with them. So that's awesome. And yeah, cool tips and tricks and pro tips for bath bomb makers. Nice short and sweet video today. I am trying to also, you know, space this out and give short form and long form content both. I really like long form content when I'm consuming YouTube, and so I like to be around that 20-minute range. But other people, they kind of prefer the shorter vids. So here's one for you. There you go. I hope you guys had a really fun time today. I certainly did. I am glad to be back and getting in the groove of the new filming setup. And that's still a lot. And figuring out the new audio and the new software. And it's definitely a new challenge. And I love challenges. So I'm glad that I'm back for that. If you are interested in seeing, you know, what else we do for the year 2, subscribe. Do that thing. Click that button. Come join us. We'll be doing a giveaway at 10,000 subs, so you're definitely going to want to be a part of that because it's a big one. So, you know, subscribe. Be a part of that. That would be awesome for sure. For those of you who are subscribed, hey, thanks for being a part of it. You're awesome. I hope you guys had fun today. Thank you so much for joining me for another round of 365 days of soap. Still working on getting in the groove. I'm out of here for today. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.